जाग रहा है देश मेरा, आंखों में स्वाभिमान है। मेरे देश के बुनकर, तुम्हारी कारीगरी को प्रणाम है, कारीगरी को प्रणाम है।
बुनकर तुझे प्रणाम, तुम हो मेरा स्वाभिमान। बुनकर तुझे प्रणाम, तुम हो मेरा स्वाभिमान। हैंडलूम अपनाएंगे, बुनकर को आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
बुनकर तुम तपस्या करते हो, धागों में जीवन भरते हो। उस मेहनत को शीश झुकाना है, हमें हैंडलूम अपनाना है।
पहनेंगे हम हैंडलूम, ये संस्कृति एक महान है। मेरे देश के बुनकर, तुम्हारी कारीगरी को प्रणाम है। जाग रहा है देश मेरा, आंखों में स्वाभिमान है। बुनकर तुझे प्रणाम, तुम हो मेरा स्वाभिमान। हैंडलूम अपनाएंगे, बुनकर को आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
अपने बुनकर, अपनी माटी, चलो बीज एक नया बोते हैं। चलो हैंडलूम को चुनते हैं। चलो अपनी कला को सुनते हैं।
बुनकर तुम्हारे खास हुनर का हम सबको सम्मान है। मेरे देश के बुनकर, तुम्हारी कारीगरी को प्रणाम है। जाग रहा है देश मेरा, आंखों में स्वाभिमान है। बुनकर तुझे प्रणाम, तुम हो भारत की शान। हैंडलूम अपनाएंगे, बुनकर को आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
कांजीवरम, चंदेरी, मुगा या पश्मीना, उत्तर दक्षिण पूरब पश्चिम, बुनते हैं धागा धागा, कोना कोना।
जिंदा है धरोहर तुमसे ही, तुम संस्कृति हो, संस्कार हो तुम। ये देश चुनरिया बुनते तुम जीवन हो, त्योहार हो। मेरे बुनकर हम साथ तेरे, तुमसे गौरव है, मान है। मेरे देश के बुनकर, तुम्हारी कारीगरी को प्रणाम है। जाग रहा है देश मेरा, आंखों में स्वाभिमान है। बुनकर तुझे प्रणाम, तुम हो मेरी पहचान। हैंडलूम अपनाएंगे, बुनकर को आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
ये सिर्फ प्रणाम नहीं, सिर्फ एक सम्मान नहीं, एक वादा है, एक सच्चा इरादा है कि हम हैंडलूम का सामान खरीदेंगे ताकि हमारे बुनकरों को मिले उनकी तपस्या का।
Before we go live, may I request all of you to take your seats? Please be seated and maintain social distancing.
बुनकर को आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
बुनकर तुझे प्रणाम।
जाग रहा है देश मेरा।
I still see some people standing. Please take your seats in the auditorium.
मेरे देश
Thank
के
you.
बुनकर, तुम्हारी कारीगरी को प्रणाम है, कारीगरी को प्रणाम है।
बुनकर तुझे प्रणाम, तुम हो मेरा स्वाभिमान। बुनकर तुझे प्रणाम, तुम हो मेरा स्वाभिमान। हैंडलूम अपनाएंगे, बुनकर को आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
बुनकर तुम तपस्या करते हो, धागों में जीवन भरते हो। उस मेहनत को शीश झुकाना है, हमें हैंडलूम अपनाना है।
पहनेंगे हम हैंडलूम, ये संस्कृति एक महान है। मेरे देश के बुनकर, तुम्हारी कारीगरी को प्रणाम है। जाग रहा है देश मेरा, आंखों में स्वाभिमान है।
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's program. Namaste, Salam Alaikum. I'm Smita Patil, First Secretary, Political and Commerce, Embassy of India, Kuwait. On behalf of the Embassy of India, Kuwait, a very warm welcome to all of you to today's program. Today, we are here for the launch of the Indian Handloom Week in Kuwait. As you are aware, 7th August is celebrated as National Handloom Day in India. This year, the Government of India is celebrating the National Handloom Day in a big way with the objective of giving a fillip to the handloom sector. Before we begin, let us remember to follow all COVID-19 related protocols. Kindly wear your mask properly and please keep wearing it throughout the program. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Dear friends, here at the Embassy of India, Kuwait, we have planned to celebrate this week as the Indian Handloom Week in Kuwait, starting from 7th of August, that was yesterday, to 15th of August 2021. This year, when we are celebrating the 75th year of Indian independence, the significance of handloom is even more keenly felt, and it needs to be celebrated in every possible way. Because, as you all know, the art of weaving a cloth by one's bare hands is an ancient Indian art, and even today, the beauty and diversity of hand-woven cloths from India is comparable to the best haute couture anywhere and everywhere in the world. To begin today's program, I invite His Excellency Ambassador of India to Kuwait, Shri Sibi George, and Madam Joyce Sibi to come on stage for lighting the lamp. Ambassador Sibi George to deliver his keynote speech.
Good afternoon, everybody. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Embassy of India, Kuwait. I stand here joining 1 million Indians in Kuwait and 1.3 billion Indians back home in celebrating our excellent performance in the Olympics. Yesterday was the greatest day in the history of Indian athletics when Neeraj Chopra won gold medal for India in athletics. I recall meeting him in Switzerland when he was in Zurich to participate in the IAF Diamond League finals in 2018. Dear friends, let's put our hands together in congratulating our hero Neeraj Chopra and the entire Indian team for their excellent performance in 2020 Olympics. Thank you. Dear friends, it gives me great pleasure to join you today at the inauguration of the Indian Handloom Week in Kuwait. I congratulate the Commerce Wing of the Embassy for this initiative. On this Friday, August 6th, Honorable Prime Minister of India interacted with all the Indian ambassadors abroad and stakeholders of the trade and commerce sector via video conference, which was attended by secretaries of more than 20 departments in Government of India, state government officials, members of export promotion councils, and chambers of commerce. In his address, Honorable Prime Minister said that, along with celebrating the 75th anniversary of India's independence, this Azadi Ka Mahotsav is an opportunity also to build a clear vision and roadmap for future India in which our export ambitions and all the stakeholders associated with it play a major role. He emphasized the role that diaspora can play to popularize Indian products abroad. In today's shrinking world, new possibilities are being created for the expansion of our trade. In his address, Honorable Prime Minister listed 4 factors that are very important for increasing our trade with the world. Firstly, manufacturing in the country has increased manyfold, and that has to be qualitatively competitive. Second, the problems of transport, logistics should be removed. For that, center, states, and private stakeholders will have to work continuously. Third, the government should walk shoulder to shoulder with the exporters. And finally, the international market for Indian products need to be expanded. He said only when these 4 factors are synergized, India will be able to achieve the goal of making India for the world in a better way. Dear friends, in this economic transformation of India, we consider each one of the GCC countries, including Kuwait, as our natural partners. The economic and commercial relationship between the 2 countries is growing despite the challenges posed by COVID-19 pandemic. And there exists huge potential for its expansion. In the short term, in our relations with Kuwait, there exists an opportunity to enhance our presence in sectors where we have been traditionally strong. This includes sectors such as food materials, textiles, chemicals, gems and jewelry, engineering machinery, etc. Thinking beyond short term, we could move up the value chain in several sectors such as pharmaceuticals, electronics, design outsourcing, etc. It also gives opportunity to work on development of cutting-edge technologies, ICT, AI across several sectors. It is in this context that this event of today gains significance. It is part of our efforts to enhance our economic engagement with Kuwait, at the same time celebrating handloom industry in India, which demonstrates the richness and diversity of Indian culture. Indian hand-woven fabrics have been known since time immemorial. Of all the arts and crafts of India, traditional handloom textiles are probably amongst the oldest. Handloom in India is not just a piece of cloth, it actually enshrines a piece of our civilization. Dear friends, the handloom industry in India has a long tradition of excellent craftsmanship, representing and preserving the vibrant Indian culture. Each region of India has its own textile tradition, from Jammu and Kashmir to Kerala and Tamil Nadu, from northeast to Rajasthan and Gujarat. Handloom in diverse variety and style is spread across thousands of towns and villages in all the states of India. In fact, there is hardly any village where weavers do not exist, each weaving out the traditional beauty of India's own precious heritage. In popular culture, handloom is mostly associated with the saris, but not just saris, but in fact, anything and everything from the humble handkerchief to shawls, hat, towel, bed cover, cushion covers, jackets, even socks and shawls, all can be found hand-woven in different parts of India. The fabric used are cotton, silk, wool, linen, and many other yarns. Indian artists are now distinguished worldwide for their hand spinning, weaving, and printing elegance, and our handloom products are known all over the world. Having traveled all over the world as a diplomat, I can say for sure that, from my experience, that India's handloom products are amongst the most sought after Indian products anywhere in the world today, including in the Gulf and in Kuwait. A Pashmina shawl of Jammu and Kashmir, or a Kanchipuram sari of Tamil Nadu, or the Kasavu Mundu of Kerala, or a stole of Mizoram are all sought after products of India. Yesterday, that is the day when we celebrate the Handloom Day, National Day, I visited Al Sadhu House Museum in Kuwait, where I was delighted to see the strong connect between India and Kuwait in textile industry, particularly in the handloom sector. For many generations, Kuwaiti weavers were importing dyes from India. Dear friends, India's textile sector is one of the oldest industries in the Indian economy, dating back to several centuries. The industry is extremely varied with hand-spun and hand-woven textiles sectors at one end of the spectrum, while the capital-intensive, sophisticated mill sector on the other end. India is the world's second largest exporter of textiles and clothing. The Indian textiles and apparel industry contributes 12% to India's export earnings and holds 5% of the global trade in textiles and apparel. It is expected to grow to US dollars 190 billion by 2026. In this modern textile industry, India's handloom sector continues to have a significant position. With over 6 million people directly and indirectly involved, the handloom industry is the second largest employment provider for the rural population in India after agriculture. Indian handloom industry products are known for their unique designs and finish. The industry has a strong infrastructure with around 2.4 million looms of varied designs and construction, indicating significant production capacity. The export of handloom products from India is valued at around 350 million US dollars annually. Nearly 15% of the cloth production in India is from the handloom sector. On August 7th, we observe National Handloom Day. On this day, India honors the handloom weaving community for their immense contribution to the socio-economic development of the country. The day also marks India's affirmation of protecting its glorious handloom heritage and empowering weavers and workers with greater opportunities to ensure livelihoods. In 2015, Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji declared August 7 as National Handloom Day. This is the 7th year that the country will celebrate National Handloom Day. Not only does Handloom Day celebrate India's rich handloom heritage, but it also commemorates a significant historical event. On August 7, 1905, Swadeshi movement was launched in Kolkata, which also focused on reviving domestic production, encouraging indigenous industries and the spirit of Swadeshi. We are all proud of the significant role that handloom played in our independence movement. Mahatma Gandhi reintroduced hand spinning in the name of Khadi, which essentially means hand spun and hand woven. Every Indian was urged to spin the yarn using chakras and wear khadi. Chakra continues to be a symbol of India's freedom struggle and a self-reliant India. The Government of India and the Textile Ministry of India today is doing everything possible to ensure that the weaver gets its dues, that the handloom clusters of India are revived and they benefit from the modern technology while the essence of their craft and art is preserved. Today, it is heartening that new age e-retail platforms, the Instagram and different websites and portals are giving direct access to untapped markets to our weavers. Today, a weaver can showcase his art form, his product, and anyone sitting anywhere in the world can tap into it. Contact him and order that handloom item. They may receive it because the delivery services are now made available almost all over the world, and this means that the weaver gets the best price possible for his product. So the essence of National Handloom Day is to make sure that the art forms of weaving are preserved, recognized, acknowledged, and weaver gets his dues so that he preserves the art of weaving and as well as carry it to the next generation while earning his fair share of profit. In his message on the occasion of National Handloom Day, Honorable Prime Minister of India said, and I quote, "Handlooms manifest India's diversity and the dexterity of countless weavers and artisans. National Handloom Day is an occasion to reiterate our support to our weavers by enhancing the spirit of my handloom, my pride. Let us support local handloom products, unquote. I am happy that we will be celebrating this week as Handloom Week in Kuwait. Most members of the embassy are in handloom dress today. We have a series of events planned for in the coming week. Our endeavor here at the Embassy of India, Kuwait, is to make sure that every Kuwaiti and everyone resident in Kuwait know the incredible diversity and richness of our handlooms. They can explore the possibility of buying anything that they like directly from India, and that this awareness leads to them traveling to these incredible places, after which many of the weaves are named, be it Bhagalpur or Venkatagiri or Nayanpet or Kanchipuram or Paithan. These are the sources, all sources of great beauty and aesthetic art of weaving. I invite our Kuwaiti friends to be partners in India's economic progress and try out more Indian products. I invite each one of you to check in your wardrobes which piece of handloom you own already, to cherish it, to wear it, and to take your photographs and upload them on the social media under the hashtag #MyHandloom, and Indian Handloom Week Kuwait. The endeavor is to celebrate together this rich heritage and make sure that our new generation knows about this as much enthusiasm as we show in buying branded clothes from big metropolis of the Western world. Let's also cherish, preserve, celebrate this rich history and tradition which help us to tell a story every time we wear something that has survived and thrived through centuries. I invite the Indian diaspora here to join hands with the embassy and other stakeholders in generating more interest for India and Indian products among our Kuwaiti friends and other expatriates. I thank the importers of handloom products and textiles from India. We in the embassy look forward to working with all stakeholders to expand our trade and economic engagement with Kuwait. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you, sir, for your remarks highlighting the rich history of handloom sector in India. It is not just an industry, but an integral part of India's civilizational journey, including our national freedom struggle. We will now have a short video documentary on handloom sector up on your screen now.
I see God in every thread that I draw on the spinning wheel, are the golden words by none other than Mahatma Gandhi, fondly called the father of the nation of India. Handloom has since ages been the thread of Indianness that every Indian is proud to don. When one talks about hand-woven fabrics, even time tends to take a pause and is tempted to turn back the pages of history by a few millennia. The discoveries trace the history of handlooms to Harappa and Mohenjo-daro of Indus Valley civilization dating back to 3000 BC. The first known reference to the hand-woven fabric is in Vedas. During the 13th century, Indian silk was in great demand and was bartered for dry fruits, innovative items, and machines from Western countries. Poets like Amir Khusro and others compared Indian muslins to woven air, running water, and morning dew. Sant Kabir, who himself was a weaver, immortalized Indian handloom with his dohas and songs. During India's struggle for independence in the early 1900s, Mahatma Gandhi introduced khadi as a weapon of satyagraha to offer concrete expression to the Swadeshi spirit. With his Swadeshi call, Indian handloom regained its life only to continue its vibrant second innings in modern times. At present, handloom is the second largest profession next to agriculture in India. Millions of looms across the country are engaged in weaving cotton, silk, and other natural fibers. A glimpse of a few of them is enough to satiate the appetite of fashion connoisseurs. Starting with the northern Himalayan region of the country, since the 15th century, the Kashmir shawl has been an essential part of tradition and culture of this wintry paradise. The Kani shawls made from Kashmir's hand-woven traditional handloom art are world-renowned for their finesse. Small wooden spools known as Kani in Kashmiri are used for weaving it. This art is a work of patience besides tremendous skill and effort. An artisan can weave not more than 1 inch per day. It is patience woven in threads. The handloom art of the northern plains of India that cannot be missed when handlooms are the topic of conversation is brocade of Varanasi. The fabric has made a special place for itself as its artistic nature adds to the ancientness and spirituality of this heavenly city. Brocade came into vogue with the advent of Mughal culture in Varanasi. Though hand weaving of clothes were in tradition since the Vedic age, with the arrival of Mughals and the Persian art style, it became more popular. Progressing towards the east of the country, Nuapatna Ikat is the handloom art form that is bound to attract interest. Hailing from Nuapatna village of Cuttack district, Odisha, this tie and dye or ikat form is called as bandha in Odia. More than 8,000 people in this village start their daily activities with the sound of artistic ikat weaving. The artist weavers here try to decorate and translate their thought process into the sari or fabric they are weaving. History suggests that ikat technique has existed since 800 years. The artist transfers his concept onto plain paper. Contemporary designs and art and designs relating to Lord Jagannath Temple are seen widely nowadays. The animals, birds, flora and fauna, temple structures, etc. are taken as the source of ikat designs. Progressing further towards the northeastern part of India, the sight of women weaving the very famous Muga silk of Assam, the golden yarn only available in India in the whole world, surely catches your eye. For Muga silk, Assamese women rear Muga worms as semi-domestic creatures. The food habits of these worms are different. They feed on the leaves of the sualu tree. At one point, they descend to the ground from the trees on their own. It is believed that at this stage they are grown enough to produce fiber. Muga silk is produced from this fiber, which is basically the cocoon of the Muga worm. This fiber is then treated to extract the golden thread that is known as the Muga silk. With this beautifully shiny silk, the weavers weave attractive garments like mekhla chadar with exquisite designs. Moving down south, Kanchipuram is handloom art that has never failed to make a mark over the ages. Handloom in this temple town of Kanchi in Tamil Nadu has a divine history. It is believed that a sage named Markanda weaved the first silk sari for goddess Kamakshi, the reigning deity of the town. Kanchivaram silk saris are known for their shine, compact texture and quality. The traditional designs are inspired by temple sculptures. The pure mulberry silk is procured from Mysore and zari from Surat. The traditional handlooms are woven with throw shuttle loom using adai, korwai and petni techniques to make contrasts in body, borders and pallus. The process includes threading, weaving, dyeing, punch card designing and computer designing. Proceeding towards the western ghats of the country, Paithani handloom craft from Maharashtra is another handloom wonder one comes across. One of the most celebrated hand-woven textiles,
The Paithani saris are zari saris hand woven with wonderful designs and borders. Made from a very fine silk, it is considered as one of the richest saris in Maharashtra. Paithani is characterized by borders of an oblique square design and a pallu with a peacock design. A Paithani sari is classified by 3 criteria: motifs, weaving, and colors. The art of Paithani silk fabric is so enticing that lately it is being used for various Western attires and is proudly displayed by top-notch fashion designers from all over the world. These traditional textiles that are indigenous to India have won their way into the hearts of millions of men, women, and the finest of international fashion designers. With new initiatives, the future for the Indian textile industry looks promising.
Thank you. Before moving ahead and exploring further the richness and diversity of Indian handloom in person, let me introduce you to another of our new initiatives, the Indian Women's Network. As you are aware, we have initiated registrations for membership of Indian Women's Network some time before. We are planning to formally launch the Indian Women's Network sometime later this month. Today, with the kind permission of His Excellency Ambassador Shri Sibi George, I am pleased to inform you all that the Instagram account of IWN has been ready. Let us now have an introductory video for the Instagram account of IWN on your screen now. This is the screenshot of IWN. Kindly note the Instagram handle, it is IWN Kuwait. This, we look forward to having you all follow us on this account because we want this as a place where all Indian women in Kuwait come together. Thank you. Let us now have. Thank you. Please note IWN Kuwait. Celebrating Indian womanhood in all their glory. Women in different roles, women in different fields. Indian Women's Network on your Instagram. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now we move on to the most significant part of today's program, that is the Handloom Walk. We today have handloom enthusiasts, men, women, and children to join us here. They are from the Embassy of India, Kuwait, as well as the Indian community in Kuwait who have joined us here for the love of handloom. We will call them on stage one by one, and we will together celebrate the weave, the beauty, and the richness of the hand-woven cloth that they are wearing. As you all know, these handloom weaves belong to different states and regions of India, and they have a rich history behind them. Each item of clothing that you see worn by our men and women here carries behind it a rich story, a story of artisanship, a story of excellence, a story of sustainability and expertise that spans centuries. Let us begin our journey of the weaves of India from down south of India. We present here before you the weave of Kanjivaram. For this, I invite on stage Pradnya Pavagi. She is wearing a resplendent Kanjivaram sari, which is, as you know, is a royal brocade from the state of Tamil Nadu. Kanjivaram is a must-have for any woman, especially for her bridal trousseau. Originating in the tiny village of Kanchipuram in Tamil Nadu, the weave goes back thousands of years. Golden threads used in the sari, the luxurious feel and shine of this sari It's something that all women cherish and celebrate. Please put together your hands for Pragna Pawagi. Next, we have something from a little more to the north, and that is Andhra Pradesh. The weave of Pochampalli. Now I invite on stage Madhura Gayakwad. Please put your hands together for Madhura. Do encourage her. These are women who you see in different roles in everyday life, but today they are our models and they are showcasing the richness of our handloom heritage. Pochampalli, as you can see, includes weaves with rich contrasts in colors, golden threads, motifs that include birds, elephants, and different natural flora and fauna. Thank you, Madhura. That is Pochampalli. Next, we have someone, a model, in-house model, may I say. This is Harsha from Embassy of India, Kuwait, and Harsha is wearing Chedi Butta cotton sari. As you can see, small motifs inspired from nature, and the sari is woven in cotton. This is from Tamil Nadu, the weave of Chedi Butta cotton. Please put together your hands for Harsha. Thank you, Harsha. Next, we have from the state of Andhra Pradesh a weave that is called Narayanpet. Please, I invite now on stage Suma Bhatt. As you can see, a sari which is simple, elegant, and at the same time striking. From the Narayanpet village. Today, it is woven both in cotton as well as silk and is known for its rich color contrasts and the simple elegance, understated elegance that it carries. Thank you, Suma. This is Narayanpet sari. Next, we have from Karnataka a very special weave which is called Ilkal. For this, I invite on stage Saurabha Vikram. Saurabha is wearing a sari which is worn by women of all ages in the state of Karnataka, especially North Karnataka. And as you can see, the sari has seen a revival in recent days when young women are adoring the feel and the beauty of the sari. This is Ilkal, hand woven mostly by women of North Karnataka. Please give a huge round of applause for Saurabha. Next, we have Neha Kadugaukar. Please welcome her on stage with a big round of applause. This is a silk cotton weave in Bengal, from Bengal. As you can see, Bengal has a rich history of weavings of all kinds, amply represented here today. Weavers who can weave magic, and this is the art that left impressed the British who came to India for the first time, where what they called was woven air or intricacies of weave so natural, so beautiful that the cloth ceased to be cloth and became air. Thank you. Next we have Munga silk from Assam. As you are aware, the northeastern region of India has a rich diversity and variety of weaves, and today we have a representative here from the state of Assam. Munga is a type of silk that is produced in Assam. There are other types of silk, eri, and Munga is widely used for weaving of mekhla chador and the Munga silk sari that Ms. Sampada Lele is wearing. Mrs. Sampada Lele, thank you. Next we have something from up north, the vibrant state of Rajasthan, Bhumika Dhote. Please welcome her with a big round of applause. And as you all know, she is wearing olive green, rich and vibrant sari that is bandhej. Bandhej is an art of tie and dye where the threads are tied and then dyed. It's a painstaking process in which each dot that you see on her sari has been painstakingly crafted using tie and dye method. So each dot that you can see has been very painstakingly created. Thank you, Bhumika. Bandhej is also used in salwar kameez, dupatta and all other apparels. Here we have sari in mushroom silk. Next we have from the state of Bihar, Hani Ranjan. Please welcome her with a big round of applause. Hani is wearing a Bhagalpuri sari. The weavers of Bihar are also well versed in different types of weaves, and what she is wearing today shows Bhagalpuri from the region of Bhagalpur in Bihar. Mostly done in tussar silk, also in other yarns. Very easy to wear, especially worn during winters. This is Bhagalpuri, and as you can see, it has different hand block prints on it, which are other forms of handcrafted arts that most of our saris also have. Next, we go to Bengal again. This time, Shirisha Nafade is wearing a Bengal Kantha sari. This is a very special form of embroidery where fine threads are used to draw designs all over the fabric of sari. And as you know, a sari is a long piece of cloth. It is 6 yards. The modern sari is 6 yards, and as you know, 6 yards completely covered in fine embroidery done very painstakingly, mostly by women from Bengal. A big hand of applause please for Shirisha. And next, who doesn't know Banarasi? We have Anju Mahajan wearing a resplendent Banarasi sari with its rich golden brocades woven very carefully and painstakingly. The region of Banaras, Uttar Pradesh. A millennial art, still cherished, still adored, and as you see, the reason behind it, the royal weave of Banarasi. Thank you. Next we have from the state of Madhya Pradesh, Sarika Patil. Please give a big round of applause for her. Sarika is wearing Chanderi. If there is one cloth that can be described as fine as air, it is Chanderi. From the town of Chanderi in Madhya Pradesh, patronized by the Queen Ahilya Bai Holkar, this weave today is practiced widely and adored widely. As you can see, fine transparent clothes on which the buttas are woven in golden threads. Thank you, Sarika. Next, we go to Maharashtra again, this time with Geeta Mulik. Please put your hands together for Geeta Mulik. She is wearing a rich and vibrant symbol of Maharashtra. This sari is called Paichani, originating from the town of Paitan in central Maharashtra. Paichani is a weave practiced mostly in silk, and as you can see, the motifs are rich golden peacocks and other motifs inspired from nature. This is Paichani from Maharashtra. And next we have from down south, once again, Kerala, Deepika. Please welcome Deepika. Gorgeous Deepika is wearing today a kasavu from Kerala. As you can see, kasavu in white and golden is a sight, as we all are aware of Kerala brides, and the beauty of this sari, hand woven, and also as you can see on Deepika's sari, hand painted little peacock feathers and peacocks. A beautiful summary of Indian textile in one place. Thank you, Deepika. Before we go further, since it is the National Handloom Day and Handloom Week, why not participate in the joy and partake this beauty, a celebration of beauty that we all have here. I am wearing a Rajkot Patola sari. This is single ikat weave from the state of Gujarat. And as many of you might be familiar, it's woven in silk, and the weave in its richest form takes months together for a weaver to weave. When the sari, 6-yard sari, it often takes 3 to 6 months. And as you know, some of you might know, Patan Patola in different forms like Pan Patola, rich and vibrant motifs of, as you can see on my sari, the motifs are elephant, birds, and a different combination of these motifs are seen alternatively on these saris. So we have a full house here. A big round of applause for all our great models, I think. And now I invite Can we have the spotlight again, please? Let us now invite His Excellency Ambassador Sibi George and Madam Joyce Sibi to the stage, please. A big round of applause for them. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. As you can see, we are all holding the placards which display the weaves that we are wearing today. And I must mention that Madam Joyce Sibi is wearing a jute Bengal linen sari, hand woven in Bengal. I request you all to remain on stage. May I now request our men and children to join us. Some of them are gorgeously wearing the nice khadi kurtas and silk kurtas and jackets. As you know, Handloom comes in all forms, sizes, and colors. Let us welcome them with a big round of applause. Please come in front. I request the children to come in front. Go there. Okay, come here. And as you know, they are wearing gorgeous handloom clothes. Can we encourage them again with a big round of applause, please? Thank you for joining. I request you all to come in front. Please join for the photos. It's dimmed now. We all stay on stage. Let's put our placards down. Can we have the lights dimmed, please? Yes. Please put it down. Yes. Let us all stand together in place. I request you all to stand up because we next have the national anthem. Time for Rashtragan. end of today's program. I thank each one of you here, our artists today, and thank you, His Excellency Ambassador Sibi George and Madam Sibi George, the children, the men, media persons, everyone who made this possible today with just a day's notice. I must mention now that we planned it yesterday and today we are here. So please excuse us for anything that has not been up to the mark. But otherwise, I'll like to thank each one of you for joining us today. Thank you.